Hi, how are you? This is JilliBling, and this project is a free card kit that I would love to send you by snail mail for anyone that places an order in November. $50 order, you get a free card kit, and $75 you get a free card kit and a package of bling. So here it is, and I like to have these cards focus on die cut pieces and a little bit of stamping. And I try to use different sets just so you could see how versatile it is, and you could use any stamp set you have. So it's a little bit busy. I'm using a new stamp set here, but then it also shows you what the new stamps, what they could do, what they look like, and have a little bit of fun with them. Okay, so let me show you what we'll be using. And a few videos ago, I mentioned how I read a Facebook post and people said if it's a video longer than 20 minutes, I will not watch it. And they were explaining why. They want to get right to it. And I guess a lot of people, they talk and they chatter and they show coloring and they do all these little details. And each time a new comment came in, I'm like getting smaller and smaller, like, oh my gosh, I show you how to color, I show you how to die cut. I mean, my videos go on for a long time. And I mentioned that a few videos ago, and thank you to all of you that said, no, you show lots of details, just do it as it is. Thank you to all of you. I feel so relieved to just keep on doing what we do. So, designer paper, we will be using, and I was schooled on how to say this, autumn, I think it's toi. I was saying toil, and they're like, no, it's toi. So we'll be using that for these pieces here and this piece. And we'll be using this earthen foil for this piece here. And for behind the word label, it's this design, I think it's called Charming Garden Floral Charm designer paper, and we'll be using this sheet. And one more thing, and I like to put a lot of different new products in your card kit just so that you could try them, you could experience them. This one is called Whispers of Texture. It's an online exclusive beginning in November, and it has two different textures on it. The one that I used here, and I'll hold it up and I'll make sure to take good pictures, and I'll put the pictures on my blog, JilliBling.com, but it's kind of like a crosshatch pattern. And then the one we're using today is the second pattern in here. This is the crosshatch, and this is just like the corrugated, super fine corrugated paper. Okay, and I have a funny story to tell you. And I'm going to get it started now, just because I know it's okay if I tell a little bit of stories. The story is, well, let me get started on something so I can tell stories. This is what your card kit looks like. And I'm going to get started putting some of the layers together, and then I'm going to tell you the story. The story is, when it comes to stamping with friends, I love it. I really look forward to getting together and crafting with friends. And it seemed like it had been a while, or maybe it was a while since I saw a few people that I knew were going to be attending on Saturday. And it just happened to be a rainy day, Saturday morning. It had rained all night, and it was one of the first really good rains. And in my head, in the shower, because you know how it is when you're in the shower, I had the song by the Carpenters. And if you're of that era, you know Rainy Days on Monday. And I was in the shower and I'm thinking, it is a rainy day, it's cold out there, and I was in a nice hot shower, and it's like, what do the words go? Rainy days on Mondays always get me down. And in my head, I'm like, this rainy day, I love this rainy day. And somehow the song kept being in my mind. So I started making up new words, like rainy days on Mondays or Saturdays or any day make me happy. Because that means I can't go out and do things I should do. I could stay inside. So my showers are maybe 20, 25 minutes. So imagine in that much time, how much fun I could have with the song. And it wasn't like concentrating on it. It's like, rainy days on Mondays always make me happy. So by the time, so you'll get this pack, and it has pearls in it. It has a label for you to put any words you like on it. And then this little white paper is just for a little add-on. So, Saturday, and it was at Mama's house. Everyone was coming in, and I just was just happy. And I was putting something together or gathering something for someone, and Lisa came over. And Lisa is a very creative soul, and she understands things like that. If I were just to sing this song to her, she would be, oh, just a minute, I have one of these already done. Yours will be blank, and you can put whatever you like on it. And so what does Lisa do? What would most people do would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of fun, okay. But what does Lisa do? She goes and starts continuing adding on to the song. And so, you know, after that, and we were over there in the corner, and we were just laughing and giggling and having a good time, but Lisa did it really good. Okay, so you know, the whole day in your head, that song is kind of singing. So the next morning, I woke up, and I had an email from Lisa. Can you imagine what it is? It's right here. I'm going to just do the first paragraph, but I'll put the rest of it in the description, and I hope you sing along, and I hope you laugh, and I hope well, okay. Talking to myself and feeling bold. And the original, talking to myself and feeling old. Okay, here we go. Sometimes I like to color. Nothing ever seems to blend. Stampin in town, and that's because, is she out of town? Not really, but that's okay. Nothing to do but smile. Rainy days on Mondays never get me down. And she goes on and on and on. No need to stop and eat. Cards make my heart skip a beat. Oh my gosh. She's amazing. This is amazing. I love this. So that's my story. And I was thinking, who else other than Stampers would appreciate that? And another thing is, because you all said, it's okay if you tell little stories, there's my story. Very, very fun. Very, very fun. Okay, so in your kit, you'll have this piece of paper, so you could do long words or short words, whatever kind of words you want. So lucky to know you, friend. Ooh, right down there. Look how it fits. Maybe that blends in too well. I think I showed you these, did I? The one I did, the sample, is from Our Story. It's brand new, available in November. This one, So Lucky to Know You, this one is current now. So Lucky to Know You, friend, and it's got great words. I like how the words are a little bit heavy and bold, just because if you're sending it to someone that has not the best eyes, they could see it without putting glasses on. So for the greenery, that's not green. For the Blackberry Bliss, earthen foil in crumb cake leaf, I'm using Delicate Pines. That's the crumb cake one. And I'll tell you, I was just searching around. Anything that had leaves in it, I was going for. More like branches. Gallery Blooms is this big fern. Beautiful Motifs is Beautiful Motifs is the fern, and Gallery Blooms is the earthen foil. This one. Everyday Arches is for the word label. Okay. Okay, are you singing that song? Do you have new words? I'd love to see your new words too. And you get the bling in the little package. Okay, so this I'll attach with dimensionals. Now I'm singing that song. Talking to myself and feeling, or instead of talking to myself, humming, because I'm happy, humming to myself and feeling inspired, because I got a new order. I'm going to put the word label a little bit close to the edge, just to give it a little bit more of the Blackberry Bliss showing over on the side. I could perfectly center it or have it all off to one side. But on this one, see how it's kind of close? I think that looks nice. Okay, let's start putting some of these pieces together. I already stuck that one down. So this can go, maybe I could change things up. Maybe not. So if you have all these pieces, do you ever just kind of shake it up a lot? You know what, I think I like it all stemming from right here. This has to go down low so that the Blackberry Bliss fern has enough room. Right there. That's just how it's going to be. Okay, and when putting the sample together, I put glue just at the bottom, knowing I was going to tuck the leaves in. So I'll do that again. I'm putting this a little bit close to the edge, just so that the amount of white showing equals the amount of Blackberry Bliss. So it's just kind of equal. Because otherwise nothing else on this project is equal. So this can be over to the sample. I did it starting at the right, leaning toward the left. This will need to tuck in. That's for the inside. And you have two little bows that come in your kit. The bling, oh, the bling, let me show you that. This is online exclusive release in November, and it is called Pearls of Beauty. And it comes in crumb cake, calypso coral, and white. And at first I was thinking the crumb cake is an obvious natural match, but I've used these already on 2 projects. And they would look good, but I think the white is nice because it picks up these colors. So here it is in white, and I think it looks fine. Okay, so that's attached. I'll put on this piece of designer paper, which just kind of lightens up all of the texture going on. It has cute pumpkins on the back. So it's not specific where it goes at all. Just a little interest. So when I put glue on the Blackberry Bliss paper, I'm doing it just down the center of the stem. Are you singing that song? It's so fun. I'm singing that song again in my head. It's not even raining. That was a fun day. We did baked potato bar. So Mama did baked potatoes, and we all brought stuff to put on the baked potatoes. We had so much food. It was so good. A couple of really nice desserts. Rhonda made carrot cake, which was excellent. And Sherry, who is a new stamper, she made this chocolate. She was calling, like, you're my guinea pig cake. I'm sure it has a real name, but it was just so good. It was chocolate, and on the bottom it had kind of some cream, but it wasn't too much, but really good. I think I'm hungry right now. Warren just took a nap. Or he just went to sleep. Ooh, I should have got this before they stuck down. It's not too late. That can go right about there. I want to see a lot of the gold or the earthen. So it goes from here to here. And you're like, oh, you should have tucked it in. But when I put this crumb cake piece in, that will kind of bridge where you can assume that the earth and foil greenery came from. Okay, and the crumb cake piece, I'm going to put glue on the center and dimensionals on the leaves. I never want to quit. So what do you do if you have a project that you don't like? Do you quit? It doesn't happen that often. Every once in a while, it happens. Where I'm thinking about something, looking forward to it, and then it turns out, it's like usually I try to do something to save it. And if ever I have an epic everything failure project, it's been probably 2 or 3 times that that's happened, and I kind of don't even want to go in my room anymore. I'm like, I'm that mad. Not really mad, but like defeated. Okay, so they're on with dimensionals. Now I'm going to hold the center of it down to make the leaves kind of pop up a little bit, and also to give it a little more dimension. Okay, so where should this friend go? So lucky to know you. It can go first, friend. So lucky to know you. I think that the stamp set sets you up to be able to have them kind of nest together easily. I got kind of a crazy idea here. I don't know that it's going to work like it as a tag. Friend, excuse me, friend, so lucky to know you. I even did a cough drop. And that's it for coughing. Is it lost over here? Kinda. Nope. Maybe it's not going to go on. Okay, so the bow will go right here as if it's holding all these greenery branches together. And because the bow is kind of big, I'm fine if it goes over the words, because the words are so bold, you kind of know what they already say. This little thing is twisting. But if I get some glue on it, it'll hold it in the right position. I pushed glue on it down there. So I'm just going to let that dry. This is for the inside. So let's put the bling on, and then we can work on the inside. So here, I'm doing 2 big and 1 little. Or you could do 1 big and 2 littles. Okay, that is good. I'll keep thinking about the word friend and see if I put it somewhere real safe. Okay, so here it is so far, and I'll trim these just a little shorter. Oh, here's friend. You know how when you try to stifle a cough, it just makes it worse? I think I got it now. Okay. Just gonna leave it off. Okay, so for the insides, let me give this a twist. So when you get your kit, you could see that it's partially put together. Just give it a twist because I have temporary adhesive on here. If you end up not wanting the adhesive on there, if you just run your finger over it a few times, it'll ball up and it'll be gone. Okay, so this is gonna go right here and there. And then what about words? I want to use words from the same set. So lucky to know you. You're the best. Maybe friend could go on the inside. You're the best. I don't want to say you're the best friend. I want it to be, you are the best, you know. Go at the top, and I'm doing this in espresso. Okay. That looks good. So this one, the sample, I did it in 2 parts. The best memories are created with friends, just because that goes with this. Now you know why I did Laughter Forever on the front. I'm going to give this to Lisa for her creativity for making that song. So, you're the best. And maybe this can go, look at that. You just might think I planned that, huh? I love that. So lucky to know you. You're the best. Okay, and then these little pieces, these little stamps, little details. That's the whole reason I bought this set. Because I want to use this one. I love that. I used it on the sample card. I tried to use this one, but it didn't fit. But I like these two. I like the frame too. So, because there's a little bit more room down here, for sure the corner, I think the corner here and here, let me show you what the corner is. See it right here? I did that in Crumb Cake. This is stamped in espresso. And this is from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and that one they call Crumb Cake. Well, how about this one, the corner in Crumb Cake? And it's easy to work with, which is really nice. Oh, love that. Oop, it's sticking to my scratch paper. And it might be a little bit too much to put it in the other corner. Oh, what about in this corner? I planned on putting it here. There's room for it there. I'll just do it there. That looks good. I'm going to hold it up. So you feeling it? Feeling the vibe? I like it. And I really like the little tag down here. Somebody must have been yelling that through the camera. I know a few of you do that. You yell and you give me ideas through the camera. This time I heard it. Thanks. I like it. So a little bit of interest on the inside. Okay, a lot of bit of interest. Sometimes it's like, this is getting too busy. But I seem to do that a lot lately, so maybe that's my jam. Too busy. This one goes in. So Warren had his birthday, and his parents says, we have too many toys. So people are contributing to his, I I think it's called the 529. It's for his education, which we did with the kids, so I appreciate that. But then I'm thinking, well, I kind of want to get him some toys. And what is he liking to do? He likes to take things and put them into other things. For instance, he had some little goldfish, and I was walking around and he came over and he looked at my Crocs, which have holes in them. And then after, I had goldfish in my Crocs. He just likes to put things in. So I got him this toy on Amazon, and it has 4 different balls, 3 holes for him, and then it goes down like a 3-tiered track. He loves it. At first, you put the balls in, but you have to give him like a push. And he was like, I put the ball in, why isn't it doing anything? We put his hand on it and said, you have to push it. So he's like, oh, he caught on. So what's he do now? He puts the balls in the holes at the top, and he goes like this, and they go down, and he loves it. It makes all kinds of noise. So now everything around here is in. Put it in. Or if he empties out a cabinet, we tell him, you need to get back over there and put it in. He understands it. It's kind of getting in the way of my words. I could drop it down a little bit. Right there. Okay. What else? There's on Netflix, there's a show for little ones. And just because Emma, she takes care of a few little ones, and they call it low stimulation, Emma says, he needs to watch this show, or National Geographic. He doesn't want to watch Scooby-Doo. And I'm like, okay, show me the show. Anyhow, it's Trash Truck. And I love Trash Truck and Hank and Walter. I love them all. I appreciate them. So I thought, well, that would be great to get him a trash truck so he could have his own. There's nothing to be found. I want the words to show a little bit better. Unless you got a 3D printed with trash truck. Hank is the boy. Walter is the bear. That's 3 of them. Then there's Donnie, the raccoon. And then there's Miss Mona, the mouse. To get all of those 3D printed, it was like $300. And they didn't even look that good. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Anyhow, I found something that's kind like a knockoff from Trash Truck. And so I'm going to wait to spring that on him until next week. Because every Sunday, Grandma changes toys. You know, he has to have some fresh toys. Because it was his birthday. Not every week will there be fresh toys. Well, every week I'll change them, but not every week will there be new ones. You know. Toys. Right now he's on his Chevron cars. When our kids were little, it was popular to go into the gas station and they would make different cars, I think, for each month. And I kept them. And then another week is Hot Wheels Matchbox weeks. And then another week is Thomas Train week. And those all go in his play yard. So when he comes Monday, it's like, look at, it's all cleaned up. The quilt in there is all washed. Everything is all clean. It's like, what is there this time? Okay, see, this time I was talking too much. Too many stories. Okay, what do you think? I like how that turned out. This needs to be trimmed a bit. I kind of like it a little abstract. So, this is the free card kit for November. You like it? Thank you for all your comments, and I hope that you're singing that song. I still am. Okay, have a great day.